What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Tamel Cuts, proud owner of Uppercuts Barber Shop.
What up, though? This is Lonnie Horn, proud owner of World Class Faders and World Class Stylist Barbershop and Salon.
You're watching another episode of For the Culture Podcast every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And like my clubhouse would say, welcome to the clubhouse, Jack. Oh, wait, the clubhouse is open.
No, I was about to say that ain't how you say it, fool.
Something.
Hey,
I didn't even start drinking
funny?
yet, right?
I know your body language was so good that when you started off, it was so wrong. I was like, where is he going?
Yeah. That was all.
The clubhouse is officially open,
Jack.
That's our guy, Rick the Barber, man. I am that guy. Oh, no, that guy, Rick, now.
Yeah.
Hey, man, happy Tuesday to everybody. Happy Tuesday to you, my dude. Give me a happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you, man. Big shout out to Trust the Barber versus, man. Thank you so much. Know you're a busy person, man, and you spend time with us on Tuesday. Our guy, Ray's Barbershop, aka Vince, man. You know we love you, man. We love you. Glad to see you in the clubhouse.
Yes,
I see a few more in there. Who you got in there, T?
On my side, all I see is those. Yes, I think those other people. If y'all are outsiders peeking in, go ahead and log into your YouTube and make sure you can get into these comments so we can recognize you and we can share your comments just like this. As easy as this. You can be a part of the show if you log into your YouTube.
Yes, that's my mama. Happy Tuesday. Appreciate y'all. Y'all know we blessed, man. We have family that actually support us. Tamel has family from Ohio that jumps on here, New Jersey that jumps on here, man. Big level of appreciation for that. D Barber Talcoy T-Y. I'm so
glad you gave it a try. I'm glad you gave it a try. I would have slaughtered that one, boy.
I'm gonna always give it a try, man. Hey, listen, y'all, time is your most valuable thing, and y'all giving it to us on this Tuesday, and we're super grateful, man. So with that being said, we always like to address our people in the clubhouse first, aka the comments. Oh, we almost got through saying bye, and then we seen our guy jump up in there. Barbers Illustrated magazine.
My guy.
If y'all don't know about Barbers Illustrated magazine, that is definitely one of our partners / sponsors, and man, definitely doing some amazing things, shining great lights on hardworking artists in this industry. So make sure y'all get on there, follow them on IG, and also make sure to cop your subscription. They're super cheap. It's a dope thing to have sitting inside of your shop. Clients like to look at them. Barbers like to look at them. It's dope, man. It's dope. So shout out to Barbers Illustrated for sure.
Okay, man. I just wanted to grab a couple of these copies that I had sitting around my house. Just sitting around the house. You know what I'm saying?
Sitting around, man. Some of our favorite people be on these magazines, man.
You know what I'm saying? And some of our favorite people be in these daggone magazines.
Look at that boy. I knew he was gonna do it. I knew he was gonna do it. This is a shameless guy right here. I knew he was gonna do it.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, again, happy Tuesday, not just to them, man. Happy Tuesday to you, man. It's good to be here. I'm super grateful for this opportunity, man. I'm gonna beat you to the draw though, man.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll beat you to the draw, homie.
We're gonna let that be you. That's you. You do.
Go ahead, but give him a graphic though. Give him a graphic though.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want you to. We're gonna slow it down a little bit, and I want T Melly Mel to tell y'all a little bit about the threads he got on his body.
Yo, T Cut It. That's me. I'm rocking the latest and greatest. The Mississippi Elite Barber Summit right here with some leather patches, to solidify the style and charisma. I also got this new elusive hoodie sent to me by A-Nas out of Lebanon, Tennessee. Met him at the Tennessee show. He did an educational class, talked to him after, and he was like, bro, what you want? And he sent me this, bro, and this thing is hard. So shout out to him. I told him I was going to wear it on the show. So I'm a man of my word.
Hey, that's love, man. I think
What
I
you
was supposed
rocking?
to give him my size too.
Yeah.
Today, y'all. Actually, I want to make sure we address that Tennessee show right. He called it the Tennessee show. We talk about the annual barber takeover. Is where he
Right.
met this blessed dude.
Right.
Me today, I'm wearing the camo barber love on the head, on the crown, because we kings in here. So I'm wearing the barber love, the camo print with it, and then on the chest, man. You want to get your team right, or you want to get to the right team, man. You rock with that Vitano, man. That Vitano will get it right for you, man. So shout out to Vitano, one of our sponsors, somebody who believed in us before a lot of others believed in us. So we rock with them.
Somebody that only sent one shirt, or however that worked out.
Hey, you got one elusive shirt on.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, that y'all is our apparel of the week. And just for y'all that don't know or that's looking back at this, we do this because we're blessed with people give us clothing a lot, and we want to make sure that we don't just throw them in a bin, throw them under our bed or in the closet. So this is our way of highlighting those barbers, those brands that are putting out work and sharing it with us. And Tamel, just let you know, if you want to send anything, there's an address at the bottom of this here screen. And if you want your apparel highlighted on here, we will be happy to sport it. And we are XLs, please. XLs at the moment.
At the moment. Wait till after Christmas or maybe New Year's. Give me some time to do some work. Man, I've been like in a careless state, bro. Like, hey, I've been telling people I'm on a seafood diet, and that's not SEA, that's SEE. When I see food, I eat, bro. I eat.
Oh my goodness,
Let me
man!
get
I've been
this
there
off.
before. I'm damn near on fasting right now because I get tired of myself. So I'm at that tired of myself point. So
Yes,
I've been there though. No judgment. I've been there. My dude, man, why don't we tell them how we do this? Tell them who we rock with. Show them, it's not just us, man. We always want to shout out our sponsors and our partners.
Yes,
So,
indeed. We got y'all.
Let them know roll with.
Gotcha.
All your favorite barbers love it.
I love it.
This is the Bopper Digital Business Card.
Barbers! It's 2025, bro. We got the digital business cards now. Not only do they work amazing, they also make you look cool. They help you stand out, bro. When you go up to somebody, you have them tap your card like this, and then all your contact information pops right up. Boom. Whatever you want them to see. Right? I have my websites and stuff all set up, but whatever you want them to see pops right up on their phone. How dope is that?
Do it proper. Get Bopper.
Vitano, vetted talent now. The first platform built to let barbers show their skills, personality, and presence through video. And for shop owners, it's a game changer for hiring. No guessing, no wasted interviews. Just real barbers showing real work before they walk in your shop. Every profile is ID verified. Barbers get discovered. Shops build better teams. Everybody wins. Vitano. Skills speak louder than words. Download now. Available on all platforms.
Barbers Illustrated magazine is the ultimate magazine for the culture, craft, and community of the barbering world. Get stories and insight from your favorite barbers from all over the world. Plus, much more you won't get anywhere else. Subscribe now at barbersillustratedmagazine.com, just $6 a month for print, or go digital for $2.99 a month. Join the movement at barbersillustratedmagazine.com.
And
We back.
bills are paid. Lights is going to stay on for at least another week.
At least a week. I do want to reiterate that $6 a month is bananas, man.
Bananas.
That subscription. So y'all, if y'all want to pour into something that's pouring into our industry big time, Barbers Illustrated is really it. It really is it, man. It's really backed by a real one that gets out here and gets to the talent and loves to put it out there. So shout out to Barbers Illustrated.
Yes,
My dude. Yes. So what anything you just did that you want to talk about?
What did I just do? What did I do? It's funny because we've been going, right?
Boy,
Bro.
we've been going so much. I had to stop and think. Like, where was I last weekend? It was Halloween this weekend. It was Halloween
I'm
this
trying to
weekend.
figure out where I was. I'm like, wait a minute. I felt like I was at somebody's show. But no, we had a weekend off and it was like, oh wow, what do I do? So Halloween. It was cool. How
Did
was
y'all trick or
yours?
treat?
Well, one of my granddaughters came over. My wife took her out trick or treating. We're in the court, so we had planned to get the neighbors all in the court because our court kind of gets skipped over. I scared a lot of kids when I first got here, so I think a lot of them just don't want to come down the street because they're worried about what I might do. But I'm always trying to scare kids, right? Um,
You like
so,
literally scared the hell out of them?
bro, I live for it. I that's my thing. I've been doing that since I was little. Um, but a lot of the neighbors, we got a fire pit put in the middle of the court, and we just set up a table and we was handing out candy to everybody so they can look down the court and see we're down there. So then they was coming, so it was cool. I didn't get to scare them because what I had planned, they would have to be on the sidewalk, but they were just walking down the middle of the street, so it was cool.
Oh, that's cool,
I
man.
get them next
That's
year.
cool. That's cool, man. Well, Halloween. Hopefully that's better. Somebody said I need to increase my volume. Thank y'all. We appreciate that in the clubhouse. Um, so Halloween was pretty cool. It was something special that happened right before Halloween. Hmm. I just know it was something that went down at our shop. Our shop has been
Mm.
really live with people. We got new team members in there. So it was a live day on Friday. But Saturday, no,
Oh,
Friday
y'all
afternoon.
Halloween costumes, bro.
Oh, at the
Yeah.
shop?
Yes, I love
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I love
So
that.
we did dress up at the shop. It was fun too because we had them kind of. Sometimes you had them costumes where everybody could tell what you had. If y'all dressed up, please put in the comments what was your costume for Halloween. Tati, I know you had something.
Oh,
I wanna know
Tati in
what you.
here?
Yeah, I want to know what you had. Shout out to our
Oh,
barber sis Tati. Um, and it's still funk on site.
yeah.
But yeah, we it's verse on site.
Virtual sight.
But yeah, so we had those kind of costumes where it wasn't so obvious this year, so it was fun to guess. It was like, "What are you?" And then Mariah, one of our braiders, she was like, "What am I?" I said, "Oh, uh, J Lo," and she was like, "No, I think it was like Kim Possible or something like that."
Oh, got you.
And then mine, I was a gangster slash mobster, but I
Yeah,
was
I was trying to figure yours out because you was walking down the street. Y'all know who I am? No, I'm like, nah, Lon, you just look well dressed.
and that's what they was. I got all kind of positive stuff. Like, man, you look like a millionaire. You look like a successful businessman. I did get some mic apps. I got some. It was a couple of other funny ones I got on TikTok. They was really having fun with it. But yeah, that was it, man. And then Saturday, we had a Halloween party at my house. That was fun just to get people together and do just some cool traditional old school Halloween party style stuff with contests and everything. So it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, that.
And then Sunday, I think I relaxed.
Mm,
I feel like I relaxed.
I've been
We
relaxing
be
the past couple of days, chilling.
we need that. We need that, man. We need that. What we got? Yo, shout out to Freedom
Oh,
Breakers. Okay.
yeah.
Student
Yo,
Barber
shout out to
Expo. We
Freedom
got the
Baiters
first place
Berry
winner.
Student Barber Expo. We got the first place winner, hairstyle by Jazzy, in our upcoming issue. This is what this thing is about. United Barbers Club, man. Barbers Illustrated magazine, even the Freedom Breeders and the Bay Area Student Barber Expo. It's all about that, man. All about bringing us together, highlighting each other, just shining a light on
It's
people
fire.
when we have that capability. I love it. I
It's
love
fire. A lot of dialogue be going on in our damn clubhouse in our comments.
it. I know, right? We've seen deals get done in
Yeah,
the
we just
clubhouse
seen deals.
comments.
We over here talking, and we like they looking over. I'm like, damn, they're working it out. They're like, hey, bro, I'm gonna DM you, and then I'm gonna have you do
Yeah.
this, and then send me that headshot. And I'm like, whoa,
Like, dang. Yes, indeed.
this is
That's
powerful, man.
facts.
This is powerful. So I wish we could change it from show comments, like comment. I wish you could say clubhouse up there. Maybe we could pin it. I wonder if
Yeah.
we could type it in and pin it. We'll try that. Anyway, we got some stuff to really get into, but before that, what's coming up, man?
Oh, I
We
got
got
you. I got
November
some.
23rd.
November 23rd. Let me just help them to,
Show them.
feel what we talking about. You know what I'm
Show them
talking
what's going.
about. You know what I'm
Show
talking
'em.
about. I don't think they really understand.
Do y'all know what this is? Do you know what this is,
Hell,
man?
book, if they don't, boy, y'all about to find out.
Man, we talking about the For the Culture Hair Gym, November 23rd, right here at Rock and Brews in Sacramento.
We got over 50 showcases from braiders to barbers, bro. Y'all gotta be here.
Yes, this building is going to be packed with 500 people, y'all. Vendors, everything is going down that day. And guess what? The tickets is only $25.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Better than that, you get 2 for $25.
What? Man, y'all better stop
indeed,
playing.
yes.
Get on the site right now, capcityshowcase.com. Get your tickets today because I promise you, it's going to fill up. They won't last.
Yes, it ain't.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call to quit, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it get.
That yes, it ain't.
I love that part. That's
Yes.
November 23rd, Joe. And
Yes,
what that
it
is that's like club culture mixed with barber and beauty industry. It's something different. It's been done before, but I say the way we do it is definitely unique. A lot of them are in barbershops. We are literally like rocking out club style, and you don't gotta eat because the food gonna be fire. The food is good, man. Like Rock and Brew's got some really good food. You don't got the parking lot pimp and drink before you come because they got dope cocktails. It's just gonna be
Speaking
nice.
of that, speaking of the cocktails, we can use y'all help. Help us
Yep.
name some mixed cocktails that we want to brand for that night. I got one suggestion. One of them was Barberside, and it was going to be a blue mixed drink. I like
Oh,
that
that'd
one.
be cool. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
So if y'all
We need
got
like
any
two
others,
two names, like some
yeah,
with Cosmo in it too. Some of y'all
yeah.
that's on the Cosmo side. So that's November 23rd, y'all. It's all ages. It's super fun. Go to capcityshowcase.com. It's gonna be fun, man. And the schools, we're gonna have our Rep Your School contest. Barbers Illustrated magazine is gonna do an article on the school that comes in the highest attendance and with the most branded gear on. We want people that come in with pride to be acknowledged. Last time, Simply Divine won it at our last battle, so we're gonna see who's gonna win it this year, and at this event. And then moving on, we have the doggone Heat the Streets. United Barbers Club, man, we get out every Thanksgiving and Christmas morning, and we distribute items of warmth to the homeless. Y'all know we in here wrapped up, got the windows closed, doors closed, got our blankets and our robes and them, what you call them things on? You got onesies and what's the blanket robe? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Dang, they was on the infomercials for a
Cozy.
long time. Yeah, I think it's cozy, snuggy or
I think it's
cozy or
called
something like that.
Cozy.
But you got people living out here that don't have that luxury. So it's just 2 times a year we really take that time to give back. So we get out both mornings 2 hours, and then we do a folding sorting party the night before. We could use volunteers, we could use donations, anything that you can do to get involved. That'll be so dope, man. That'll be so dope. So
Yes, indeed. Hey, just to, we doing some cool things in my shop. We doing a pretty much a cut for clothes. We're doing a heat the streets at the shop. We're gonna cut kids 5 to 12, November the 16th. 5 years old to 12 years old, and then from noon to 4 will be the times that we're gonna be cutting. You bring an item of warmth, you get a free haircut. Any kid 5 years old to 12. So
that's dope. Shout out to Uppercuts, the whole Uppercuts team, man. That's my other favorite team besides my world class team. I love those guys over there. Tamel runs a super dope team. The energy is fire when you walk up in there. When I walk in there, I walk around and I just tap in with everybody, man. I just love doing my little round when I come in. So I'm proud of them for doing that. And the items of warmth, we're looking for things like beanies, hoodies, jackets, you know, socks, gloves, things like that. So anything y'all got, bring it on down. Sleeping bags. Sleeping bags is another one.
Yeah. Hold on. This is what Miss Joanna said. The Fade Rita.
Ooh,
I like that.
I like that. I
Like
like
that.
that. Fader, either smooth blend, clean finish, or a clipper on the rock. Ooh,
And then
Joanna.
Tati over there talking junk.
Yeah.
Alani the cheater on the rocks.
Hey, Barbers Illustrated said that's the biggest mug I ever seen. Let me bring it up close so you can
Shout
see
out
what
to
you're
our
seeing.
guy David Avalos. He hooked us up. 2 of them when we was the Sacramento Barbers Club. He blessed
Yeah,
us with a
man.
lot. These wood things we got behind us with the United, he blessed us with those.
Yeah, it's a lot of memorabilia.
Yeah.
Things in here that y'all don't be knowing that's going on. Matter of fact, Ray, if you still in here, I got my $100 bill right
I got
there.
mine right there. You can see it glistening. Look, let me see
Man,
it. It's
I
glistening.
got my wood piece
Yeah.
up there. That was our Sacramento Barbers Club gift before we switched to United Barbers Club, and then for the culture, barber battle. We got a lot of little things happening in the background. All right, man.
All right.
That is it. I
Get
think
ready
it's
for our
time.
guests.
Yeah. Let's do this.
It's
Let's do
time.
this. I'm excited. All right, y'all. So, y'all know me and Tamel, we're super blessed, man. We get to travel around this world and meet some of the dopest people in this industry. The coolest thing is we get to bring them back to our platform. I say we get to cheat. We get to admire people from afar, bring them up close, and find out about them. This guy right here, first time we ever met him, man, we all, I think we hugged. The first time, I really think we hugged. Like, seriously, man. Again, we blessed, man. We meet some of the dopest spirits around this world, and it's just so great to be able to bring them back here. This guy is a S&P, I don't even want to say artist, S&P genius. If y'all don't know what S&P is, we talking about scalp micropigmentation. He is also an S&P educator. This dude is a platform artist, man. He has collaborated with some of the hottest names in this industry. And with all of that clout, matter of fact, let me point out one thing. We have walked in and seen our boy's face on the dopest billboards and events like ever.
His branding and marketing is super.
Woo! We've been so proud. Every time we see him grow, it's just prideful. So anyhow, man, we're proud to call him our barber brother. And he's just a good spirit. He's very grounded and very spiritually in tune, man. So with no further delay, we're gonna bring our guy, Santana, aka SMPG.
What's up, my guy?
I appreciate the introduction.
Hey, that's fine.
How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Good,
We are so glad
good.
to have you finally, man.
I appreciate it, man. That was an introduction. You got me hyped.
Hey, you should come out like that.
Now, if I'm a little like energy's a little low, but I feel like I'm coming down with something. But I'm excited to be on y'all's podcast. And actually, the first time we met, I was thinking about it. It's like I actually remember we were in Austin, Texas. You seen the John 3:16 on my banner, and I believe you guys had a flight, and you're like, bro, I needed to see that. But I put that on all my stuff, my banners, my flyers, my T-shirts. So that's how we connected the first time.
Yep.
So pretty cool, man.
Hella proud of you, man. Proud of this connection. We never forced it. We always just felt it. You know what I mean? We felt it. Like I said, we hugged that first time. And it's like, man, we gonna connect. And I think the cool thing is we wasn't pressuring how we would connect, but we just knew we would. And then every time we seen you, from that point on, you be winning awards or getting acknowledged for something. And what we were proud of, we were like, it was so dope that we had that connection before we even seen what each other were really doing. It just felt good, man. So it's good to have you, man. It's good to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. No, that was. I've been in this SMP industry. So I was a barber 9 years. Been in the SMP industry 4, and it's good to meet genuine people. I think when you meet genuine people that intentions well, I think you can just feel it. I think too. I know on this podcast we can be honest and real, but I think a street background and also a business background, you can just see it and feel it. So meeting you guys, it was definitely genuine in the beginning. So, but you definitely don't get much love, I would say. Like the barbering world, I would say you definitely do, but the SMP, not too much. And you guys definitely showed some love. And so you guys have kind of seen me in these last 2 years, just like you said, kind of rise and be at these expos and sold out classes and work with a lot of amazing people. So it's been a blessing.
Yeah, the biggest impression that I got after we had met you, and then we came up to CT, remember Lon, and we seen him plastered everywhere.
Everywhere. Hey, and
I'm
we
like,
just kicked it
oh,
with you. We was just like chopping it up with
this
you,
is
and then
tight.
we came back, and your face, we couldn't turn nowhere without your face. It
I'm
was like
like, look at him,
you
man.
were
Sam
the
got it.
poster child of that event, and we
It
were
was
so proud.
beautiful.
No, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. You know what's funny? I'm gonna say this. When I and it's funny, I never told Jay Majors this story. I'm gonna tell him, he's gonna hear it tonight. Is when I first met him 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I was like, hey man, y'all have SMP artists at the CT Expo? And he's like, kinda, not really. You know, we got my boy Taylor here. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, can I come? He's like, you got any problems with Taylor Perry? And I was like, no, not at all. I think he's cool as heck. And he's like, all right, well, come. And then I came just on a leg, right? Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. And it's expensive to get out there. And
Yeah, you ain't
people
lying,
don't,
boy.
people don't understand. It's cost me like $15K to get out there and get a booth and do all this. Get your team out there, look right, and come with intentions to impress, the audience, in my opinion. Come right, come correct. And so with the good presentation, we went out there. Long story short, we got a lot of love after that event. Jay calls me. He's like, hey, man, people really like you. He's like, how would you like to come back next year, but possibly do your class next year? I was like, well, then he goes, but let's see how you do at LV. Let me start you kind of like there and work you up. And then I was like, oh, snap. And so I committed to LV. And with that being said, what I found out was Nevada actually has one of the strictest states to actually get a license to become an SMP artist or a tattoo artist. Bro. So I was like, you put me in the trenches. So I ended up selling out the class with 16 students, but nobody was from Nevada.
Yeah.
I had to literally market like crazy to get that. I showed him we could do it. It was 16 students. And then after that, he's like, bro, come do CT. I think you're going to do well. And so that's how that relationship happened. And now he asked me to come out, every year. And I work with him. I've worked with great artists. The recently John Mosley, me and John Mosley.
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
Yeah, I saw that class.
Yeah, so it's going to be great. I've worked with
You
Taylor
and Carlos, Los Cut It.
Yeah, Los Cut It. E.T. the Barber, Stylecraft. So a little bit about myself is, well, one, I'm in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Was a barber 9 years, would make $2 to $3 grand a week. And I was doing good. I owned a salon and I kind of just got bored. I was like, what's next? Like, I'm kind of just making the same money the last 4 years. What can I do next? Long story short, heard that this procedure called SMP, didn't know what it was. You could make $1,500 to $5 grand per person. And when I heard that, I was like, well, let me learn this. There was no one teaching at the time in Texas. And so I had to leave the state or get an artist from another state in Chicago, bring him out, and basically taught me, had a small class. And from there, everyone thought I was crazy. They're like, this isn't going to work. Bro, you're in Texas. It's conservative, this and that. No one wants dots on their head. This. And I heard it all. I even went to supply stores in the whole DFW. If you can think of him, it's them. I won't say their names. And they were like, bro, this ain't going to work. We don't want you. Right? I was like, host us. No one wanted to promote us. The only one that showed a little love was actually Fort Worth Supply. And that was cool. They reposted the flyer. So I was like, thank you for just that. Right.
Yeah.
And so long story short, man, I ended up just said, I got a vision. I got a dream. I'm going to stick with it. And now I'm the leading artist in the state of Texas. And I'm literally top 5 educators in the country. I'm competing with guys that have been doing it 10, 15 years. And I mean, my company is now went from, small, and now we're taking it to corporate level, and it's about to take off. And it's all God at the end of the day. So, I mean, and I tell people this, my thing that sets me straight, that lets me know it's never by my hand or my doing is God, is because even before I get on any Any podcast, any interview, any speaking, any stage, bro, I always deal with crazy like anxiousness or
Mm.
excitement or kind of like an anxiety, to be honest. It gets to a real bad point. I won't take medication, I won't not. But I literally, I remember telling Los Cut It, I said, I can't do this without God. And that indicator right there is anytime I think it's my hand or my doing, that kicks in harder. And even like before now, I was reading my word just a little bit before we start.
I
And
love it. I
and
love
as
it.
soon as we start, God takes it away,
Let
Beautiful.
let
bro.
me back up a little bit.
While
First and
y'all do that,
foremost,
I'm take off this sweatshirt. I'm hot. All right, don't mind me.
first and foremost, man. I'm glad we started off with that tone, because for people that don't know you, they get to understand why we hugged when we first met each other, why we had such a good connection when we first met. So I appreciate you just being vulnerable and just letting that out there. Short disclaimer: we try not to call this too much of an interview, more of a conversation. Like we get familiar with each other in passing at all these events, but think about it, man. We seeing you in different states. We
Yeah,
just, we popping in, and we seeing each other on IG, but not really getting a chill like this. And so this is
yeah,
really just a chill time to get to know more about you. And you're somebody we admire, we support, and the people that support us, we just want to bring those people and those things out of them. So just, yeah, hopefully that even helps a little bit with the anxiety, on top of God just
yeah,
you knowing that it's in God's hand. But for people that don't understand, man, give just a little breakdown of what SMP is. I know we're going
yeah.
backwards a little, but I just want to make sure people are clear on what we're even talking about.
No, of course. So, scalp micropigmentation is a semi-permanent cosmetic head tattoo. So, a lot of people don't qualify for a hair transplant. Let's say you go anywhere in the country, it's going to be, depending on how many grafts, 10 to 20 grand, right? If you go to Turkey, you can probably get it done for 5 grand, but it's never.
35, 35.
Yeah, 35, right? 35 if you're if you will.
Yeah, hey, you know exactly who I
I
was.
got that. And it's funny is because I send people there too, and so but it gets pricey and it gets scary for
Yeah.
some people, and so I've had people sit in my chair, and I had one client in particular flies out to Turkey. He said, "I seen blood on the walls and the floor, like it was crazy." He goes, "I literally just walked out. I paid in full, didn't ask for a refund. I took the next flight and left. I was just, it was crazy." So
Whoa.
a lot of people are, and then it's a traumatic procedure. If you
Procedure.
don't know what it is, I tell people YouTube it.
Yeah.
And I know
Okay.
She Wolf is takes so much pride in enjoying what she does. And so nothing to like bash anyone, but that needle shot in the back of the head, like that big old, like God. So
Hmm.
I've had some pretty tough friends get hair transplants, and like that thing was literally the most excruciating pain I ever felt before the numbing, right? And so not a lot of people want to do that, right? When you get SMP from an artist that's good, and knows what he's doing, it's super non-painful. It's not like a head tattoo. A head tattoo, you're going deeper into the skin, so this is semi-permanent. It lasts anywhere from 3 to 5 years. You're not using traditional ink. You're going to use semi-permanent ink, because when you use traditional ink, um, it has metals in there where those metals can turn like a blue or green. So in the
Green.
beginning,
Yes.
like when they were doing eyebrows and scalp, like people's brows were turning blue, their heads were turning.
Yes.
So people were like, "What's going on?" And so what they're finding out is the chemicals that were in the ink were very, I mean, they're very bad in general. So like, um, with that being said, was these companies started freaking out, like Dynamic, all these other companies, and they're like, what do we do? So they started reformulating their stuff. I'm sponsored by Follicle, not paid to say that, but
Hey,
sponsored by
but
Follicle.
that
They're
that
one of,
was one of the inks that I first looked into
they're
getting
great.
when I started
Yeah,
SMPN. But I hear
so
they're really good.
they're really good. Matt and Keith are the owners, and so they're based in New York. Amazing ink. When they brought me on, my first year, a lot of companies were trying to bring me on, and I was just trying everything to see what was good. Like, I didn't care how much people were going to pay me. I wasn't going to sell out for just like a big check. I wanted to know what was really good product. So their ink is a semi-permanent. There's no metals. I've never had someone, knock on wood, like even go in the darkest, come back and just botch. So it's very unpainful. It's semi-permanent. On a scale 1 through 10, the pain's probably like a 3 to a 4, and you use, not traditional ink, but a PMU ink, which could be follicle. I've really never. I've used some other inks, but follicle's the best, and so.
How do you know if there are no? I don't want you to get too far off of where you were going, but how do you know if the ink does or does not have the metals in it?
Because to be honest, so PMU ink like that is, it says organic or vegan. It'll say that, and it'll say non-toxins on the ingredients. That's one.
Okay.
Two, the price. The price is anywhere from like $60 to $80, like a small little bottle. You can get any tattoo ink like on Amazon for like $8. So right there goes to show like just the huge difference. It's like buying a cheap water bottle compared to, something bougie and, that's going to have a higher pH or something.
Got you. Okay. I didn't mean to cut you. I was just curious about that. But.
For somebody like myself that has been certified as an SMP artist, for you guys that don't know, only did one client.
There you go.
Listen though. So I know in my training and also in my work, I use two different size needles.
Mm-hmm.
Is this true with what you do? And does the pain change when the needle change?
Okay, so I like to use anywhere from my to go is 3 needles. I like to use those 3 round liners if it's an 04, 06, and an 08. There are 10s out there. I think that's too big. My style and my method and the way I teach is using a smaller needle. Today I posted it and I talked about it. I said, when picking the right instructor, a couple things to look for is, does he have a big portfolio? What are the Google reviews? What does their page look like? And then what is their marketing? There's a lot of guys out there, and it's not to bash anyone, just anyone. Everyone has their own style, but they're kind of corny and they're just real salesy. And I'm like, man, I get it. Like you can have professionalism. You can try and get people's attention. But also too, do the zoom test. When you zoom in on someone's procedure and you just see big dots, and then they'll try to do like cover thing over the head to make it look darker like that. And I'm like, I take it outside when the sun's out with my normal iPhone. And what was happening was, when I was taking, I had an expensive camera. People in the comments were like, it looks too good. It's fake. It's edited. So now I just use my iPhone and I no edits, like literally just raw, just to show people. And the number one thing, so 3 needles I like to use. I use a smaller needle. A lot of people like to use a bigger needle. Does it take a lot longer? Probably about an hour per session. So you're looking at like an extra 3 hours. Yes, but it looks 100 times better, and it's just the quality looks amazing. So
yeah. And then the reason you're using the different needles is you're setting up the foundation of what you want it to be, and then you fill it in with the other level of needles. Is that how it works?
So I like to use anywhere from 3 to 6 different colors of shade, because I don't want it to look like I'm painting someone's head. So when I was learning I took one class in the beginning, and then I said, all right, I feel like I kind of accomplished this. What's next? I like the skill set I was taught. I was like, this is good, but there's more out there. So actually, all the artists that inspired me, I actually took their class. I learned from them. So Miguel Rosso was one, Scout Micro San Diego, 2 other guys from North Carolina and LA. And so from there, and then I kind of, at that point, I think personally, I just got so good. I could just watch people go live, and I could see what they were doing. But I use 3 different needle sizes for different foundations. So small, big, and then I actually throw lines in there like a paintbrush. I literally act like I'm holding a paintbrush, and I just do strokes, and then I do stippling. So if you see it in person, people are like, oh snap. So I don't know if anyone has my style or method. I'm not that it can't be undone, or done. But yeah, there's a method to my madness, and I think it looks really, really well. So I teach my students, even in the beginner class, I said, this is the difference when you use 1 needle. This is the difference when you use 2 together. This is the difference when you use 3. And then this is the difference when you use all 3 needle sizes, and then you throw strokes, little line strokes in between them. And then this is the difference when you do all that with 5 to 6 different shades. And they're just like, what the heck? So I tell them, record me, and I tell them, this might not make sense right now, but after your 10 procedures, this is going to make sense. And
it all makes sense to me that I need more classes.
Yeah. And that's a number one thing too, is a lot of people get education. And I went on last week and I tell people's, or my previous students was like, hey, because I had one student was like, you didn't teach me that 3 years ago. I said, I didn't know it. I said,
Yeah.
so if there's any of my students out there that need more help or just confused, come retake my class at no cost.
Yeah. Now
Continue
I told them that.
the thing is for one, the service itself is expensive.
Yes.
But education is as expensive. You said you did about 4 different classes on
Yeah.
top of your first class. How much do your class cost if anybody wanted to tap in with you? Can they do it via Zoom or do they have to come in person?
Okay, so I do 3,600 for a class. It's 3 days. If they want a one-on-one, like John Mosley took a one-on-one. A lot of those big guys, I offer them the one-on-ones. And then I get people from all over, like one-on-ones. I charge $5,000 for the one-on-ones. Right now, I'm doing like a offer for the end of the year, 3,600,
Mm.
but it's normally 4,000. It's 3 days, and then I have an online training. So anyone that wants the online training, that's 2,000. So I've had that too. Like lately, for the last like 8 months, what I've been doing is you're gonna catch this, and I'm actually about to make a video about it. But you're seeing a lot of artists say, hey, we're going to give you the training and you're going to get this online so that when you come, you're already ready, you're prepared, and you're going to spend 1 or 2 days with us. And I'm like, and then you guys are like, oh, wow, that's great, because now I got more work. I'm going to ask more questions. Well, really, in reality, what it is I'm going to do half-ass work. I'm going to send you this online. By the time you get to me, I'm going to charge you $4,000 and I'm just going to work with you one day and I got you in and out. So what I do is, hey, I'm going to give you 3 days in person. And then once it's done, then you get your online to not only
That's
go over
dope.
what I taught in the 3 days, but now you're going to have masterclass stuff in top
That's
of that.
dope.
So like,
That's
I'm not cutting corners to do that. But there's a few, not a lot, but a pretty decent handful that artists or people that take the class. I've even had my own students. They'll message me a week after, hey bro, you think I can teach now? I'm like, well, no, not really at all. Like you haven't even worked on 10 people, 5 people, or 3. So like,
Mm.
because it kind of started becoming this little gold rush. Because like you said, the classes can range. I paid $8,000 for a 2-day one-on-one.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, I know it was worth it. I've made 6-7 figures doing SMP. So I kind of laugh and I call out other artists, and I'm like, not call them out, but I'll just be like, I'll let people think, and I let them think for themselves. I just plant the seed. I'm like, hey, don't you think it's funny that I got 11,000 followers and these other artists have 80 to 100, way more than me, right? These SMP artists. But yet they don't sell out their classes are every 2 weeks, maybe 3-5 students, or every several weeks, and they never sell out. I'm the only artist that literally can do 2 classes every 4 weeks or every week and sell out every
Why is
freaking
that?
time I
What's the
do.
difference? What are you doing different?
Their following's fake. the following's fake. That's what it is. Because you go to the reels and start seeing the numbers, or what happened is they get a taste to see what that class is, and then they're like, oh damn, this was like a commercial ad class. Like I got like kind of like the McDonald's of education, is what I like to say. So like, when you come to my class, and that's why I'm very selective where I even host class, is because host classes across the country, because I want to still hold the integrity and the experience in other places. Like I'm not going to charge you 3,600 and I'm in the back of someone's dirty shop, like
Yeah.
doing this, and we're just sitting on steel chairs. Like I want it to be like my last class was at Texas Christian University, their conference room. Like I have relationships with a lot of places, a lot of nice spots. My next one will be here in Fort Worth, and then after that will be a Mosley at the Paul Mitchell School, one of his
Oh,
schools.
big.
So like, I'm always looking for awesome places to do that. But yeah, so like I tell him like, these guys, and I had one student message me, he's like, so and so just said he makes 7 figures. I can help you do that. He was trying to get on my team and he was trying to like run ads for me, and I'm just like, Bro, this guy don't make seven figures, I promise you. It's like
Hmm.
everyone can say they're the best or the biggest, but when it comes to facts and paper and you start looking like let's put numbers to numbers and stats to stats. And I say that humbly, like me and maybe a small handful of guys are actually doing it. And we talk amongst each other and we just like we're cool. Um, and there's that like that too, the kind of like that competitive like spirit too. Like, yo, you do this, you do that, but there's a few of us that show love. So
Let
Yeah,
me ask you this: is your marketing for your SMP? Is it the same kind of marketing you were doing as a barber, or what is it that
yeah,
catapulted you up so far and so fast?
yeah. Um, you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
All right. So the truth is, okay. So originally it was funny because Taylor Cuts actually told me to share this. So this would be my first time sharing this,
Mm,
like on a live or something. I told him one on one. But I almost got into the medical like marijuana field. I was wanting to get into. I had some connections. I had some family that was kind of doing it, being from LA, and so I would cut hair and kind of just was wanting to get into that. And so with that being said, I was like, you know what? Let me help my uncle. Let me do this. Let me do that. And long story short, I was making good money cutting hair, but I wasn't fully like in it. I was like doing that. I was helping one of my other buddies kind of with his like farms and stuff like that. I was just doing a lot of things that didn't have me like set, right? And then two, I come from like I left home at 18, so I come a little bit from the streets, right? And my dad is a whole nother story, but grew up on the streets and kind of raised a little tougher than maybe the average kid. And but it raised me to be how I am now. But so I've seen a lot. But I was kind of all over the place. I was maybe in the streets. I was cutting hair. We see barbers like that now. They're doing
hustle.
this, they slanging that, they kind of that. And so for me, I was cutting hair, but then I had other business ventures here and there. And so for me, I actually got down and I asked God. I said, God, I want to I was actually about because Oklahoma, I'm in Texas, was about to open up. This was almost 5 years ago. They just opened up. They were going to allow people to come in, get their licensings, all of this. And with that being said, I was going to get my licensings for transportation, growing, all this. I had investors because I've always had a good personality. I know how to talk to people and things like that. So I had people that wanted to work with me. And I asked God, I said, God, I want to make money. I want to do this. I know I'm about to look at 6, 7 figures quick. And I said, if this isn't it, I can't make this cunt hair. Like, you got to show me. You got to show me. What's up, Nate? You got to show me what to do. And I started praying. And then a week later, me and my boy Sway, who's my shop manager to this day, you guys might have met him. He's like, has that long goatee, kind of looks a little essay a little
hmm.
bit. But we heard of this service called SMP, and then from there, I felt God tell me to let that go. And my daughter was not born yet at the time, and I kind of was thinking like, I don't know if I want to get in that field, regardless of you got dispensary, whatever. Even if it's like legitimate, there still comes with another nature of the beast in that world,
Yeah.
and I don't think yeah, and there's nothing wrong with anyone that does that. It's not to bash anyone, but I don't think it was for me. So I found SMP and I make way more money now doing this. So to answer your question, it's because I stopped bullshitting around and I literally committed to one thing and I let
Mm,
God start taking the control and not me taking control and say, well, I'm gonna do this, God, but I kind of don't trust you over here, so I'm gonna do this. So
mm.
now I'm like full on, and this is the potential of like what I can do with God implemented and like working through me, so that's what changed it. I was basically a 3/4 barber, and yeah, I was doing just a bunch of different ventures.
Let me
So
ask you this. So you mentioned God a lot, especially now that you're in the S&P market and you're branding yourself and you're doing God's work in a way. Are you letting God use you? Before that relationship with God, or have you always had that type of relationship with God, or did you come through something that opened your eyes to like, man, I almost did this or lost this. I need God in my life.
that's a good question. Um, so I grew up in church my whole life. At the age of 18, I got hurt by a church that basically told me
Mm.
I wasn't Christian enough or godly enough to work there. Bro, check this out. I was the janitor. I was the
Dang.
janitor. I'm
Bruh,
not godly enough to clean toilets.
bruh,
Man.
And so,
bruh.
but this church, if I said the name, you guys would know who it is. It's a
Let's say the name,
yeah.
man. Let's call the devil out, man.
Yeah, no,
That
if I
devil
said the
in
name,
there.
you would know the church, but which is crazy because they were just that. Yeah, I don't even want to say because it'll come up, but that pastor ended up getting in trouble and actually arrested for some crazy, not conspiracy, some things that were really going on, but. It wasn't him that let me go. It was the staff, and at that time I kind of was, and I'll take some ownership. I was trying to find myself. I was going out there. I didn't really drink or I didn't do drugs. So I was like 18 or 19 years old. So but long story short, that really crushed me and that broke me.
Mm.
And I said, you know what, God, like I'm really trying. I've been trying, and my household at the time wasn't the best. I've seen a lot. I seen my sister pass. I seen my brother pass, and I seen my mom pass last year. And I seen
Damn.
Whoa,
I've had my best friend hung himself, my
whoa.
coach, because I did boxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu actually growing up, boxing my whole life.
Oh, so you
So
can whoop ass.
yeah, I can fight really well actually. And actually, I say that bro, I can box really well. Like I did state nationals, and I would spar with some Olympic guys, just messing around. I mean, I was 1.5 years in, and I was dropping dudes, and so that were two weight classes than me. Believe it or not, bro, I'm 210. I'm like working out crazy right now, like just getting big, and my wife is feeding me like a freaking bull. But when I met you guys, a lot leaner. But I used to fight at 132. I
Whoa,
was tiny, bro. I would weigh in at
Whoa.
132
bro.
and then get up to like 150, 160. So and then the last time I did it was like 160. But yeah,
So
long
you
story
lost all
short,
these people
huh?
in your family. You lost all these people in your life.
Yeah, so
Yes.
all that crushed me, man. And then my relationship with my father wasn't the best growing up, and my mom gave me to my dad. I keep thumbs up thing. Gave me up to my dad, and my dad raised me. And my dad did his best, man. He had a really rough upbringing, so he did his best. He did what he could do, and I understand that now as a father. I think when we're young, we're real hard until we have our own kids. We start realizing like, oh snap, it's just because you get kids, you think all your issues supposed to go away, and they
Hmm.
don't, right? Um, but I went down a dark hole for a minute, and I was just drinking and drugging and partying, and bro, I've I've totaled 3 cars, no
Oh man.
seatbelt, no nothing. By the grace of God, not a scratch, not a bruise. I've
Bro.
overdosed twice, partying and drinking and drugging. God has saved me. I literally heard one time God's voice and literally was like, it's not, I literally heard it's not your time. And I felt like my soul leaving my body. And even after that, I still didn't change. I
Mm.
Dang.
still kept going to the streets. I still kept partying. I was just so hurt. And so it wasn't until I was probably about 25, 26. I'm 32 now. I had a really bad, I was going to overdose experience. And after that, I said, God, if you save me from this, I won't do it again. And I felt literally that high go away like nothing. And we're talking
Damn.
uppers. Uppers don't you don't come down
Just
off
snap
that.
out of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you got to stay up, a couple days and to work your way out
Oh,
that crap. Right. And so, I felt it go away and I slept like a baby. And the next day I went to church and I stayed sober for quite some time. And then COVID happened. And when you're locked up and I got bored, and I was like, you know what? I've been sober for a while. I could probably have a drink. Had a drink, and I realized like this isn't for me. Like I shouldn't be drinking. And now, fast forward, I'm to the point where I've seen so much negative and bad. At 32 years old, I can relate to someone in their 70s, 80s, 60s. I can talk to all
wow.
backgrounds, all people, because I've seen it all. Like I've given you a fast, small testimony of the things I've seen and heard and witnessed, right? But now in my life, in this point in my life, I realize our life is hard, and I rather have God with me than not with me
Mm.
going through the rest of this. And depression and all that is real. And now I just said it. I was in a meeting before this, and I was like, man, my goal is just continue to stay sober, continue to be blessed. And I'll tell this to anyone listening to, like, really listening, is people think that you gain money and you're just gonna have all your problems answered. Man,
Right.
I just bought a brand new 1963 Cadillac today, fully restored, badass one.
Dang.
Right? Like, I got cars, I got nice home, I got stuff, I got gorgeous wife, like, I got my health, and I still was unhappy, and I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna bring me joy, and I'm like, I'm all over these flyers, I'm doing classes. I just made 2 weeks ago 40 grand in one day, like over 40 grand, like, so I'm like, and I realized I'm like, I need God in my life, and the
Amen.
most fulfilling thing, bro, and that's why before we talked, um, when this is me talking, I have people try to monitor this. They tell me don't talk about God too much. You sound like a preacher. I get that a lot actually in the industry. I won't say names. And
That's
even
deep.
I
That's
gotta
scary
kind
a
of,
little bit, man.
it is. And I even get students that I gotta be careful too when I'm in different states. They get offended or this. But I also know they're not here to hear my beliefs. So, but I
Yeah.
will tell them. If they ask me, I'll tell them. But I know this point in my life, is to stay sober, take one day at a time, give it to God. The Bible says renew your mind daily. So just renewing my mind and not allowing my ego, my pride, or my myself get in the way, because bro, when I'm young, I got money. I'm not saying I'm the best looking guy, but I'm not ugly. So I got a lot of stuff accessible to me. And so to be at, if you're an NFL player, NBA player, or just anything, right? Or an athlete or an actor, to live a straight path and with your youth, and to live your youthful years, not your done years, you
Yeah.
know, it's different.
That
And,
that is.
you set the tone, but I also know, bro, almost every expo I can say I've had crazy stories where, even with you guys, actually, you're a witness. It's funny. Someone asked for prayer and it was life changing for them. And so those are like, bro, that's better than going out any night and getting drunk with people. Is when I know, like, we just left LV with my team, and we had someone that needed some prayer and some breakthrough, and some crazy things were happening for this individual. And I said, man, we didn't make crazy bread this time, but if it meant to save that soul, that's all that matters,
That's
right?
fire,
Amen.
man. I was
So,
gonna ask you what makes you happy now. I think I kind of got a picture of it. Just it's not, just from what you just described. It sounds like you just finding more purpose, and your opportunities brings you more happiness. Do you feel like that's kind of in alignment of where you finding it now?
yeah, I would say, yeah, just my child, my wife, and just God, but and it's fun. Like, I'm a competitive spirit naturally. So, like, I love boxing. I love doing all this. But I would say that, and serving and helping people, helping people, if it's praying, like, the closer you get to God, I've
Oh
realized
yes.
the more you hear from him, man. And I just, bro, like, it was crazy. I had a row. I was at the gym. Long story short, this guy kind of heard me talking about God, and he's like, "Hey, man, I don't know you, but, like, can I go to church with you?" Took him to
Mm.
church. I had like a row of like 10 people that hadn't been to church and that had been dealing with some heavy things and they hadn't been in years, just off of just, hey, man, you need prayer, or like, but I felt God tell me that. Like, I'm not walking around Bible thumping people. That's not how you do it, right? I
Mhm.
just listen. And my biggest thing is, um if people believe it or not, like, I don't want to make it to heaven. If what I believe, I know everyone has their religions. I don't want to make it to heaven and God just like, man, I gave you so many opportunities. I gave you this, I gave you that. And what did you
Mm.
do with this, son? Like, you could have been the next Saul. You could have been the next King David. You could have been one of the next
Mm.
Pauls. Like, and this is what you did with it, son. Like,
Yeah.
and so and God has saved, bro, God has saved me, like I said earlier, overdoses, car crashes, you know,
Damn.
the fact that I'm successful and God's giving me a gift, And I've literally went like this to God and pushed him like that, and God allowed me to keep it still is a grace in itself. I know so many people that as soon as they step off that line and God's picked you for anointing and
Yeah.
you ain't getting it back
As
when
easy
that
as I gave it to you, I could take it from you.
exactly. So
Man.
for God to let me have that, it's been a blessing in itself. And I had one guy, like I said in the meeting before, he was like, there's so many people that go broke or they lose their whole family or their businesses, things get into their head. And I know, like, for all the barbers, all the SMP artists, all the entrepreneurs, like, if you think success is going to make you more happier, don't get me wrong, it'll take some financial stress off for sure, but you're just going to keep chasing it and chasing
Mm.
it, chasing
Yeah.
it. And it never is enough. It's never enough.
No, there's millionaires that commit suicide or just ain't
So,
happy no matter how much money they make. So
yeah.
money does not bring complete happiness. One thing I do want to ask, because of your faith and all the way now that you see God being a part of your life, what are the things that get to you, that makes your day hard, or make moments hard? What are the things that trouble you?
The things that trouble me, bro, the things that trouble me is just um being young and having everything at accessibility. I gotta really, bro, every morning and every night I gotta read my
The
word because
temptation, the
Bro,
temptation does
temptation,
bro,
that.
bro, is a
it
mother.
pulls
And so
harder. More that you get with
yeah,
God, it's going to pull harder and harder and harder.
100%. And I mean, there's people that are probably watching that have probably seen me in the last couple of years drink or have a few drinks, right? Now I don't like, right? I don't. You're not gonna see me a belligerent or acting stupid. Like I just never was my style, like or anything like that, or being a fool. But so for me now is like, all right, God, I want to be, and then too, bro, when you're living like that, you're hurting people. You don't realize
Mm.
that.
Mm.
You're hurting family, you're hurting, and then if you're fornicating, you're hurting females. If you're a girl, you're hurting dudes. Like you just out there, bro. You just hurting people, and you think you just living the life, but you hurting people, and then you're giving out the wrong, um, like the wrong, what would you call it? Like just this is cool to live this way. When bro, majority of like you see Denzel Washington, like you see these heavy hitters talking about it, and they're like, that ain't cool. Look at these guys that act like they're cool, and now they're like marriages are broken, addictions, they're doing this. Like it's kind of crazy. So for me, um, my troubles would be is having faith, bro. Like to literally the old Sam wants to do it all on his own. Be hustler, do this. Oh, I'm gonna have one hand here, one foot in here, one foot out there. I'm gonna manipulate my way to make money. I'm gonna hustle. Like I've never burned anyone. I don't owe anyone money. I can say that confidently. But I'm like, God, I trust you here, but I'm gonna run this business,
Yeah,
I'm
this.
gonna do my own
I'm
thing.
gonna open up a taco stand, and you said you're gonna bless this one, but I need to have stocks. Like, you know what I mean? So like for me is trusting God fully. And when for men, I think it's your finances. Your finances for me is the hardest because a lot of men see validation in their success, and when they identify themselves and their identity comes from their success and how much money's in the bank, that's a scary thing because
yes,
I
it
was
is,
like that for many years. And so when business isn't well, your views aren't doing good, you didn't get as many likes, your business isn't doing what it was, and your identity is through that, that's when depression kicks in, that's when anxiety kicks in. But when your identity is okay, God says that I'm a son or a daughter through Christ, and that I'm loved, I'm cherished, I'm strong, my mind is renewed, I'm protected, like, and God says I can do all things through him, bro, you start living different, your identity. So you could be on the side of the road and you're like, nope, I'm cool, I'm good.
bro. That's bars right there. That's somebody need to hear that, because I think a lot of our youth are living their life through the eyes of other people. They do things to be liked by other people. They buy the nicest cars. They buy all this drip just to be liked, just to show people, look at me. But then you look at their bank account, they ain't got nothing in their bank account. But look how I look like I got money. And
Bro,
that hurts our all of our communities,
bro, that hurts. Yeah, 100%. And two, I mean, I'm Mexican. I'm Hispanic. I'm Scottish and Irish and Mexican. It's the weirdest mix in the world. So my beard's all red, black. And my mom was Scottish and Irish. But I always tell young Latinos, the black community, everyone. I don't really care, but there's not many. I don't know what's up with the Latinos, and I think I seen you guys at BarberCon, and I was telling them, I was like, the minorities and the black community and the Hispanic. I'm like, we want to put our people in position in place. You ain't got to act like this. You ain't got to do that. And I actually, my little brother, he's 22 years old, and he's been working on his clothing brand for 4 years. My brother, Gio, what's the brand called? Against the Odds, if you don't know him, right? Bro, he just sold like all his merch to Ryan Garcia, Chris Brown.
Oh, damn.
Like, bro, Chris Brown, like he's doing big things, bro. MGK, like all these rappers that he knows, NFL stuff,
Nice.
like. And so he's 22 and he's in LA and he's living out there. And I even preached to him, and I'm like, dude, every day I'm like, bro, I'm your older brother. Like, you see me and you've seen me, like, you've partied with me, and now 32, like, I have crazy car. I got like, a freaking fully loaded Maybach and truck, a Suburban. Like, if you see it, it's nice. And, I got things, jewelry, and I'm like, bro, it's empty. Like, don't go down that path. And he's starting to realize it now. He's like, yo, if my
That's
brother,
dope.
is doing this. And so I tell the community, I'm like, it ain't it. So, like, think about it. If I was 60 years old and, I'm after my prime and, maybe I got, a few nice things, people will kind of listen. But when you're young, your youth, and you're doing it and you're telling people, then you grab more. And that's actually biblical. The Bible says that. Don't wait till the end of your days to start living right. Use your youthful prime years, and when you're blessed and you're whole, to start living correct. So.
What would be your alternative to them not buying all that stuff? What do you instill in them, like what they can do with their money?
Bro, so like, and don't get me wrong, I tell people, man, I bought a lot of stupid crap in the beginning when I started making money. And things, I was like, why did I buy this? Why do I have 15 gym memberships? I'm like, why am I spending $400 on Starbucks a month? I don't even like Starbucks. Like, because you go from a broke kid to having it.
Yeah, it's different.
Bro, you're like, I don't even know how to act. And no one taught, bro, I don't know about like, but in the Hispanic culture in the community, like, you ain't taught about credit and how to buy home and interest rates and saving and, putting a portion here. Like, I wasn't taught that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so what I tell everyone now is what I've learned, if it ain't, and even with my wife, I'm like, if it ain't an investment, like, I really don't buy it. I'm pretty frugal. Like, for instance, the car I got today. Bro, I got such a good deal on that car. Like, I'm already up $15K walking in it. Like,
Oh, gotcha.
so like he really helped me out. Like 10, 15, depending who you buy it to or sell it to. But I'm gonna keep it. But it's things like that. It took me, like, I would buy small things in 8. Like, if I was talking to youth right now, buy the things you need. And if your business is doing well, put it back into the business. Like, if you own a barbershop and you're doing great, buy new chairs, right? If you couldn't afford in the beginning, run more ads on the marketing. What is your end goal? Level yourself up to whatever you want. 3 shops, cool. You save $100,000. Don't go buy that car. Just wait. It wasn't until almost 13 years of, I started hair at 20, 13 years of doing what I do that I started buying the things I really want. Right? So I tell them, like, that's where I'm really thankful. I bought a lot of dumb things like shoes and a bunch of jewelry, but a lot of those things, firearms, because we're in Texas. So like, I got a big, like, I'm a big gun collector and stuff like that. So like, but things I could sell and get my investment back.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Right? I think buying diamonds is stupid. I tell that to everyone because most of the time, if you try to sell them, you can get it back. So if I was talking to the youth, and when I do, I'm like, man, save your money and your time will come. If you start off with 20 grand, open your business, and then one day you'll have 50. Then you have 50. Do you open up a second one? You're going to cash out. It's like playing, like poker or something, right? Yes, of course. And so once you get that 50, open up another one. Then you got 2 locations. They're flourishing. You got them running. Then you say you got 200. What are you going to do? You're going to stop. Then when you keep going, then you get 1 million. And then it's like, when do you stop? It's up to you. You just got to know how to. And then no one teaches you how to elevate your business. You got to elevate it and keep recreating yourself. That's one thing that really sets me apart is every month I ask myself, what can I do to beat my competition, but also recreate myself?
I like
to
that you said that too. That's a
Yeah,
big
no.
deal. That's a
you
big
know,
deal. And
bring.
reinvesting in yourself was another one.
Yes. Yeah, no. And so we're actually opening up a new spot now. So we sold our second, we sold basically all our locations. Um, and so with that being said, we had two. We got rid of one, and now the second one.
These are not the barber shops. These are S&P shops.
So because I was a barber, I want to stay connected with the barber community. So this next one is pretty big space. It's a little over 5,000 square feet.
Ooh,
It's a
that's
beautiful
big.
area. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll have 12 tattoo stations, and it will have seven barbers. It'll have an education center, possibly
Mm,
a coffee shop, like a legit coffee shop in there. My own personal office, and then a studio suite, a lounge room. There's a kitchen, and then there's two restrooms that even have their own showers. It's a big space.
wow.
That sounds
So
dope.
yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful space for just everything. So
This is in Dallas.
this will be in Fort Worth. So
When,
yeah,
when is
Dallas
this
Fort Worth.
when is this opening?
So probably like January, February next year.
Congratulations,
No,
man.
I
Congrats,
appreciate
big
it.
time.
You mentioned our community. You mentioned minorities, and some of all this beautiful game you've been dropping, man. I'm just curious how important do you think it is for those groups that you mentioned to unite? We've been talking about things on here. I know we're shifting gears a little bit, but
Yeah,
we've been talking about different topics on here these last few months that honestly they weren't even by choice. People were bringing these topics to us, and for us, me and Tamel, we're just so impressed with the barbering industry, man. The fact that you can meet a Santana, the fact that you can meet a Jay Majors and get
yeah,
inspired, and models. We're all models. It's kind of what you were talking about earlier. Um, you know, guys pushing out here bad models, and then people following false models.
yeah,
Um, so how important do you think it is, man, for us to unite in this industry, man? There's been a lot of separation, a lot of race talk, a lot of that, and you actually reached out to us when some of this was at its height,
yeah,
which was a big deal to us because it showed us that that we have our own perspective and we still stand neutral with people that
yeah,
love us. We love them. We not we
yeah,
you know we're not looking at anybody's race or anything. But
yeah.
give us your feedback on that.
Well, one, I think you guys are very honorable, like men, and I think you guys, um, I can see like your guys' heart, and and like again, not to be preaching, but the Bible says, "Judge a man not by his action, but by his
Boy,
heart." That's
by the
Mm,
work.
so I
Yes.
could just see it, guys. Like you guys had good
thank you.
heart, good intentions, and you guys seem well. So like when I reached out to you guys, being Hispanic, you guys being black, when I was going to these expos, I had people I didn't know, Puerto Ricans, Hispanics, not a bunch, but it was enough to get my attention. They're like, "Hey, bro, what do you think about this debate of so and so said this, and did they cut better than?" I'm like, well, what did they say? And then
Hmm.
they tell me, and then I was like, well, honestly, it doesn't sound wrong to me. And I was like, they were like, bro, you're not supposed to say that. I'm like, well, bro, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, it doesn't sound bad. That really offended you? And they're like, well, yeah, because and they know too. I'm a pillar for the Hispanic culture, bro. Like,
Let's go.
and I'm
Mm,
Mexican, and I rep that hard to be the leading in Texas. To be, I mean, my sponsors. I have my own bags with G&B Pro. I'm the only SMP artist to have my own tattoo machine with any company.
Yes, yes,
that's a
Craft,
big deal.
yes. I remember
Needle,
that. I remember that. What happened?
Follicle. I'm their number one educator, like in the world. So like they told me I do more trainings than anyone. I just got signed to H2 Ocean, so they're one of the largest tattooing companies in the world. Eddie Colos
Mm,
is the owner. We're working on some things right now, hand in hand, and some new products coming out next year. So I've tapped into the barbering, cosmetology, now the tattooing. It's been great. So I say all that is they look at me, the Hispanic culture, and they see, okay, like stand up for me, us, and I'm like, okay, well, one, what was said, because I'm not just gonna say because you're asking me to, and then I was like, well, that's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't think personally, but I definitely think we should come together. I think the political stuff, I think stuff with like what's going on with ICE and all these things politically wise, and then just In the barbering, cosmetology, more the barbering world, I'm like, there shouldn't be division, man. I don't care if
Mm.
you're black, white, Mexican, Asian. I mean, you come to my booth, we got every ethnicity, like, you know, and so like even when I was messaging some of these barbers, I'm like, why do y'all sound so mad? I'm like, what the hell? Like, it ain't even that serious. At the end of the day, like, we should come together like as a unity, as a people. You know what I found out? Little interesting fact, small fact, but the first cowboys ever were actually
The
black.
black,
Yeah,
black.
it's
So,
that's
and I'm like, why we
history
sit here
is
arguing? Like, we've been like this is day one,
Bruh.
and
that's
you
big.
got some
That's
of these.
big. And who's the biggest representative of cowboy style now?
Yeah, Mexicans.
It's the Hispanic culture, the
Yes.
I would
Mexican
say
culture, right?
that. Yeah, but you get a lot
So
of white people that like claim it and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this, and I'm
Right.
white too, so I'm gonna say it, right? So like
Right.
I got that. And so they're like, this we made. I'm like, bro, you really did it though. Like Pancho Villa and all these other people were like some of the first. Pancho Villa was gathering black people to come fight wars with him, and they were
Yeah.
unity. So I'm like,
that's
bro,
deep.
this is like our ancestors came together. I mean, and there was a time too, if you even talk about slavery, that Hispanics were getting hung. Literally, you can Google it in the 1800s just as much as the black community. So I'm like, bro, why are we arguing over stupid? Like, we should be unity with anyone, with everyone in general, but there
Yes.
should not be a wall or an argument, or you start seeing people on site and now you're not even talking to them. Like, I just think it's funny. But at the end of the day, I tell people um, show love, and don't let those things get to you. I
Yeah.
had people, even when this whole thing started going on some of my Facebook stuff this week, people are telling me go back to Mexico because now that this stuff's
No.
happening, yeah, I just
No.
laugh at it. I'm like, bro,
Check
what the
check this
hell?
out. I love what you just did right there. You so we did the same thing you did. We were
Yeah,
like people were getting at us, dude. They were getting at us. We was like, Sam. We
yeah,
was like we was just listening, but we like, wait a minute, break that down a little more so we understand where your frustration is coming from, and
yeah,
then you break that down where we understand. So this is around the time where people that we look up to started reaching out to us and said, "Hey, you guys are the voice of the culture. We need you to talk about this." And we were like, "What do you mean the voice?
yeah,
What do you mean?" But then we heard it over and over and over, and then we had our own internal meeting and said, "You know what? It's not about what we think. It's like what you said. It's not about what you think. If God told you to go do this SMP, then don't complicate it." And we didn't
yeah,
complicate it. We just did it, and we had no idea what it was going to do, but we wanted to make sure we shed it broader perspective. So what I like that you did, man, was you just addressed history, not opinion. You
yeah,
said, "Hey, actually, the first cowboy was actually black," and
yeah,
most people don't even know that. And then I added on to it, well, and then who's the most popular, who's well known for it now, and I
yeah,
mentioned the Mexican culture, and then you said, well, there's a lot of white
yeah,
cowboys
That's
too, and
claiming
they
it, trying to
yeah,
claim it.
claiming it.
yeah,
And so the big one of the things we heard when people were reaching out to us about it directly was, we're not putting nobody else down, we're
No.
just talking, we're just stating history. And I always put this out there for any people that been rocking with us for a while. They know I'm very open about the fact that I wasn't raised by a very pro-black family. I have friends who were like, "Hey, you're a
yeah,
black man in this world. You got to know this. You got to know
yeah,
that."
yeah, yeah,
I grew that through my friends around me later on, so I wasn't aware of a lot of things. But it was kind of mind blowing to start finding out all the things that we did do, and then when I realized how much history was being erased,
yeah,
and why people that were so pro-black were so frustrated about it, I started to grow understanding and the feeling about that. Like, no wonder my homegirl is pissed off. But she knows what I didn't know, that there's been a history of erasing history. I mean, that's from the Native Americans to not just
yeah,
blacks. That's a lot of cultures and races. So
Japanese, Chinese,
yeah,
Japanese,
a lot of
come
that.
on, man. Them
yeah,
coming here and building railroads and so many things in the 70s and 80s. So, with that being said, man, I just think it's so dope that the way you responded was, first and foremost, bro, we need to talk about this. Like we need to,
Yeah.
and then it's dope because we're on both sides of it. Like you said, you got black and Hispanic all in this one conversation with an open mind, but two talking about the history, not opinions.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, man. It's a
Yeah,
big
no, of
deal.
course. I mean, even too, bro, like you can look at it in a political way, you can look at it in a war way, you can look at it in a working, blue collar way. You can even look at it in a street way. A lot of the Hispanics, when things started going down, even in prison way, the Hispanics and blacks come together. So, like, why are we arguing about that? I'm like,
A hair.
who gives a shit who started the fade?
I could
That's
tell
what it
you.
came down to.
I could
Oh,
tell
wait,
you. I
real
could tell
quick.
you
I want
what.
to say.
Go ahead.
I want to say one thing. One thing that I thought was dope about some of the black barbers who were really standing strong on this, Sam, is they was telling us, man, the Mexican boys, they came and took it to another level though.
They took it
They,
to
wasn't,
another
they wasn't
level.
even saying who was better or worse. They were just
No.
saying we were the ones that took it from that whole military just buzz to we put style on it. And they were just like, bro, let us go ahead and salute ourselves about something. And then but then when you looked in the comments, I didn't know what they were talking about. They were like, nah, man, they mad. I was like, who is they and why are they mad? And I finally went and looked in the comments. I didn't even look at first. And I was like, oh shit, it's like a race war in here.
I
They
actually thought it
serious.
was a bunch of white barbers until I started reading the comments. I'm like, they're mad? What are
Yeah,
they
this-
mad about? I was like, no, for real. And I figured it out. It was the part after that. Like
Mhm.
black culture, the fade is
They
black
borrowed-
culture, but everybody else borrowed it.
borrowed it.
That
was
part pissed people off. And they didn't like that because then they start saying black people, they take anything. Oh my God. Now they invented peanut butter and they invented this and the light bulb. And then DL was like, yeah, we did. We did.
To be
But-
honest, bro, a lot of the Hispanics and the black community have created a lot of things that didn't get.
Bruh.
I mean, I'm a history guy. Like, I love history.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
So there was a lot of things they created, and then they got no recognition for it. And they would just be like, oh, no, this person did it. And we're like, what in the hell? You got to think about it. When you're put in a poverty mindset or a slavery mindset, or you're not good enough, you're not going to do this, or you're minimalized to certain things. It's no different from putting someone in a jail cell. They start coming up with crazy inventions, right? And so it's the same thing. And so when you have everything handed to you, you're just like, I got water here. If you took away my water and toilet, I'm gonna figure something out. So that's what started happening with our community and our people. They started creating crazy things and making things out of. I mean, even like the Aztec culture with calendars and mathematics and
the aqueducts.
Yeah, so
bruh.
You think about that, and but I just thought it was crazy. And I put it this way. I told someone at LV two things, and I said, and he was a barber, and if he's listening, he'll know. He came up to me, and I think he was like, not to say who he was, but he was on the debate, right? And of this whole thing, and I think maybe you guys might have had him on one of your shows. But I said, bro, is that you talking? Because I know God. Is that you talking, or is that God talking through you? That's it. Which one is that talking? You sound real angry right now. Is that your flesh or God?
Damn.
And he said, I said, bro, you're better than that. God has called you for so many things. Don't start. And I started praying for him, and he broke down, started crying right there.
Let's go, bro.
And I said, I felt God wanted me to tell you that he loves you, and you're still that man he's called forth. He's giving you opportunities, giving you a voice. Don't use it to make division, because that's not what God wants. And he's like, you're right, bro. I said, take a seat, man. And he took a seat, and I just prayed for him.
That's dope.
That's one thing. Who's speaking through you? Is it, and we can have debates and have fun. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it starts fighting things, like, bro, come on. Like, I like the Raiders. Everyone makes fun of me. I'm out here in Texas. Okay, I'm a big Raiders fan. The Raiders suck, right?
Yes, we do.
I ain't gonna lose my friends over it. Like, it ain't gonna change that.
Some of these people act like they play on the field, like they caught the pass or missed the. Man, they act like they play on the team.
And then I asked people, and then I said this. I said, now let's think about this on a business standpoint. Those people that are getting so frustrated, so angry, so this, look at their business. How is their business doing? Does their business reflect their attitude? Sure does. I said, bro,
deep.
I know, and I say this humbly, 90% of those people in those debates, probably even close to 99.9, they don't make the income I make because my attitude is going to reflect my business. And I'm not going to sit here and stir up things and get rich off making shit up and just doing this, or not making shit up, but like making commotion and
Yeah.
making stirring things and getting, you know what I mean? Like, so why jump in that? Like, just leave it.
Mm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, have your debate, but at the end of the day, bring it back and bring you
Yeah.
unity together. Don't get in and just, man, we do this and that. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. You're my brother, bro. I know. And he's a black guy. I'm like, we sit and eat the food together. I know your heart, bro. And he's
That's
like,
dope.
you're right, bro. I said, we break bread. Like, that ain't you on the screen. I know you. And he's
Yeah.
like, you're right, bro.
Can I
A
tell you
lot
what
of
God
it.
did?
Go
Uh,
ahead,
Go
man.
ahead.
No.
God did this. We were trying to get you scheduled. You were trying to get scheduled with us
yeah.
around the time that it was going on, and God was like, nah, y'all let this stuff air out a little bit. And it's so it feels harmonious, it feels peaceful talking to you about it right now. There was anger, there was tension,
Yeah.
everybody was still and it was almost, it was actually getting out of context. It wasn't even about, it was getting to the point where it wasn't even about the topic anymore. It was
Mm-mm.
just people, like, it was people reflecting other things that's going on in them. And I just think it's funny that it's not funny, it's divine that your time got pushed back weeks to where somebody could look at this and say, "Oh man, they still talking about that," and it's like, no, 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 no. We're sealing it up the right way. We're putting it. You putting
Yeah.
the cherry on it at the end and giving people a better perspective, a way to see it, because it's going to come back up again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so this
100%.
is beautiful.
I told Mosley, I said, bro, because when this was going, I said, we need to do something together. I said, we need to bring unity together. You're the top of your game. I'm the top of my game.
Yes.
You're a very well respected, and I got a lot of love for you, Mosley. A very well respected man. I said, we put us on a flyer together because we got some big plans next year. I said, we start doing some stuff next year. The people need to see that. We need to bring unity. And so we met up we actually planned that right after CT, and we've been working on
Talk
stuff.
about that. Talk about that? What are y'all doing? That flyer looks dope. Y'all going to
Yeah.
Dallas, Fort Worth, and Chicago, right?
Yeah, so we'll have okay, so we did a one-on-one, we did a one-on-one training, and then he had me go to the Paul Mitchell school. And with that being said, I did some look and learns. They got, I don't know if you've ever been to the schools that him and his family own. Um, and man, there's
Mm-mm.
some big schools. The Arlington one is like 50,000 square feet. It's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
massive. It's like 2 stories. So I went there. I was like, "Dang, bro, this is a huge school." Like, and with that being said, is we got this class in December. December 14th, 15th, 16th will be our 3-day class. So I'm going to teach SMP. He's going to teach, advanced hair cutting. We're going to do something dynamic just to bring more value to the class. But next year we are wanting to continue to do that and just bring more like um, more value, more diversity, where people can also just learn the SMP and then haircutting. Like I get a lot of people are like, "Man, can you teach cutting still?" And they're like, "Oh, okay." Um, I'm like, I don't cut anymore. I haven't cut in over close to 5 years, but just bringing, both worlds together. But honestly, it kind of started off with wanting to combine their education together. And so I can't talk too crazy much about it. I'm like trying to
Yeah.
bite my tongue, but we got something
I could
really
tell.
crazy happening.
Are
Uh,
people getting certified there for SMP?
yeah, they'll get
Perfect.
certified. It'll be a 3-day class, so they get certified.
Nice.
Everything.
That's fire, man. And then you got Los Cut It. That's another one of our favorites, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
What
Chicago.
what yeah, man, that's my hometown, man. What's it like to work with Los?
Oh man, he's a busy guy. He knows that. So, real busy man.
Oh, he stay shaking. He stay moving.
Yeah, bro. He's I don't know how he does it. He inspires me too, man. But so it was funny. The kind of how it happened was our story is a little unique, but I had met him several times, and then after CT, the first class, like basically how you guys said it, like he was like, bro, I kind of just seen your stuff everywhere, and he's like, I'm opening up the HQ center, this and that. He's like, I need an SMP guy to bring some diversity to my place.
Mm.
Um, will you come? And I said, yeah, man, I'll come. and I landed up going out there doing a look and learn. It actually sold out and it was
Ooh.
quick. It did really well. So he was like, "Damn, like I didn't really like you don't know, it's a
Yeah.
different niche." And so it sold out. We had the house packed for that look and learn, and then we sold out. He's like, "Come back, let's do a 3-day class." Went back, did a 3-day class. It was so good. He's like, "Hey, bro, we want all your stuff here. We want to keep it at the HQ, and then we want
Oh.
to go out like 2 to 3 times a year." So starting next year, I'll go out there in February, and then I'll probably go out there like 2 times a year. But I want to make Chicago. Actually, Chicago is my my favorite big city. I love Chicago, bro. Like if I moved anywhere else, man, I don't know what it is about there, but I just like
You been there
Chicago.
in the winter?
Yeah, I have, and that's what
Okay,
makes me
because
not want to move out there.
that cold ain't no joke.
Yeah, being in Texas, bro, I'm
I
like,
feel you though. I love it. I love it. I mean, obviously I'm biased. It's my hometown, but I can't even say it that simple because some Chicagoans don't love Chicago. They want to get out of there. But I do love Chicago, man. I really do for
yeah.
so many reasons.
My boy Jesse Elite is out there too. I don't know if you know who he
Yeah,
is.
we know
Cool
Jess.
style craft team, but yeah. So the food's great, people's cool. It's not like no offense to New Yorkers, but y'all kind of mean.
Oh, they mean.
Yeah.
They not kinda. They
Don't get me
mean.
wrong, they mean in LA too, but damn, they're hella mean over there.
They mean.
You hold the door for them, they look like you just slapped them.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
in Texas, it's so like Southern hospitality and just
Yeah.
so
Man,
super like you hold the bro, you honk a horn at someone over here on the freeway, and they're pulling out guns wanting to fight you. Like over there, like you honk and curse,
it's normal.
it's normal.
Yeah.
So when I was out there and that happened to me the first time, I'm like, oh, this fool wants to fight. All right. And then he's like, looked at me like, what's wrong with you? I just said F you and go to hell. And I was like, oh, not normal for me. But yeah.
Oh man, I love it. I love it, man. Hey, I know we wanna end with some fun with you, man, but I just want to say something. Again, this is more like a conversation than an interview. So I hope you totally relaxed with us, man. Felt good about what we did because this is evergreen content, man. This is something somebody got something from tonight. Somebody may get some from the clips that go out. Somebody may see this in 4 years and it could make that kind of impact, man. So you should feel good, man, for taking those steps and being so vulnerable and sharing your testimonials, man, and just your love for God and with no shame or no holds bars, man. With us, we always want you to be that way. So we're hoping that this is something we do from every now and then to just catch up with each other, you know?
Yeah, no, of course. I appreciate both of you guys having me on, just being, yeah, just really cool guys and the gentlemen that you guys are. And yeah, allowing me to be a voice and just speak. So definitely thank you for that.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Anything we're gonna have a little fun with you, but anything
Yeah.
coming up that you want to let people know about? I know we talked about the tours. Anything else that you want people to know or just how they can get in contact with you for certain things?
Yeah, I mean, you guys can follow me on my Instagram, the_SMP_G. We got classes every month. So if you follow me, you'll see everything. Class of Mosley's December. We got Houston in January, and Chicago with Los in February. So those are all the dates we got now, but that's about it.
And if anybody got on here late, there's no excuses. It doesn't matter where he's at because, as you mentioned earlier, you also have virtual opportunities as well, right?
Yeah, we have online training, in-person training. Honestly, we get students from all over the world. In May we had a student from the Bahamas. We've had from London, the UK, Canada, Hawaii. We've been getting couple students there almost the last couple classes. So it's been cool.
Dope, man. That's good. All right, T, we're gonna have some fun with him, man. You got something lined up for him?
Yeah, but as you see, deals are being made here at the For the Culture podcast. Hey, Barbers Illustrated is saying, bro, you gotta grace the pages of the Barbers Illustrated. So look for an
Yeah,
email from him.
I would love it. It would
Everything
be
is
awesome.
free. When you
The
mess
pa-
with those guys, they do all this for free.
yeah.
They're not asking you for nothing, having you pay nothing. So tap in when you see that
The
email.
magazine looked super dope. When it was seeing that, I was like, dang, how do I get on
Yeah,
that
it's
page?
You
fire.
said you want to
It's
see it
fire.
again? We don't mind showing
Yeah, I
it
was
a
like,
couple of
oh,
times,
that's
especially
the
page
boy
3.
too.
We really proud of page 3 right
Yeah.
here. If y'all want to see the
All
video,
right. Yeah.
let's see
Hey,
it.
I wanna add something to it too, because I don't want to discount that quality. It's not just about it being free. This dude, this team, man, they really for one, it's for barbers by barbers. So this is not somebody, this not a culture vulture. This is somebody that's really into this, but just really, really admires the diversity in the culture, man. So if their team does reach out to you or does send a message like that in the comments, it's because they feel you can make an impact. So they don't just randomly just get everybody, hey man, let's put you on it. Nah, they'll see that you're doing something that they feel could be impactful to the industry. So that's an honor, man. We definitely were honored to be in it for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah,
All
man.
right. So we are about to play
What we play?
Barber Trivia.
Hey.
Now we know that you're no longer a barber, but
Oh
once a
snap! Let's do
barber,
all good.
always a
Yeah.
barber, right? It's like riding
Yeah.
a bike. I bet you could still cut hair. So
All right. Let me see.
we got some stuff. I actually don't have this one on here, but I'm going to ask you this. Per the state board, how many steps are there in a straight razor shave?
Bro, you know what's crazy? I'm a cosmetologist. Bretonian guy. Let's
If we done found something out about you. He's a
I just
Cosmo.
there.
He's a Cosmo. All right. And we're gonna go to something like this because you're gonna know this one for sure.
We
All
still
right.
gotta hit them.
Yep. What is the bone at the back of the head called, Cosmo?
Was occipital? Is that correct?
Occipital. All right. So, what is the bone in the front of the head?
The 5 head. That's funny. I always tell you I gotta.
This one gets them all the time. It cracks me up.
Oh shoot!
What is it, T?
It's the
frontal lobe.
All right. Hey, so we know you may have saw the movie Barbershop, right? You,
Oh
you
yeah,
would-
man,
you
that's
would have
all.
to.
Yeah, with Ice Cube.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
love it.
So hold on, let me set this up properly. Let me set this up. There it is. Name this famous barber.
So his name in the movie.
Yes.
Oh,
I just knew he had it too. I was like, oh,
man.
gonna be one of the first to get it. We only had one person get that one right.
Yeah.
That's such a good one, a classic. But you gotta understand too, not a lot of these guys, they're probably young when this came out.
But everybody, you know what? The
should all
90s
watch it,
kids,
though.
90s, the kids today, one thing I noticed, they love 90s movies and music.
Yeah.
They surprised the hell out of me.
That's all I listen to, actually.
I think Sam is getting around this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is Calvin.
Yeah.
Calvin. Yeah. What did I want to end with? I wanted to end with something.
Give one last fun.
I don't think it was that. It was something I wanted. Oh, this was my question for you, because your name is Sam Garcia, but branded everywhere is Santana. Who is this Santana guy?
All right, so that's my middle name. My great grandfather was in the Korean War, and with that being said, he was barbering them. This is like 19, we're talking 40s, 50s, right? Like old, like that generation. Became a barber. He was the first barber in our family. Went to California, opened up a shop, had a shop. I don't know if you've seen that movie Gran Torino with like Clint Eastwood.
Yep.
And where he takes the Asian boy into the shop, and it was just real rough, right? Well, my grandfather had a shop like that. Long story short, when he passed, the wife he was married to, those kids pawned everything. My grandmother, my grandmother's dad, my grandma was so upset. There was nothing to remember him by. He was literally one of the pillars for our family with everything he did. So with that being said, I became the next barber in the family, right? I took or cosmetologist, but I did cosmetology for a year and then started barbering. But with that being said, so I felt it was my middle name, and then I said, God, do I keep this name? And I felt God said, keep the name. And I asked God, why do I keep the name? And God told me, because that's how much my grandfather meant to him. He wants to honor him through it. So now when I seen at CT for the first time, Santana and Co. like on that wall, like next to Wall and it, bro. It was a small company, bro. I
bro.
cried, and I like
Oh, that's
felt this. I
fire.
cried,
Yes,
bro, because I
yes,
was like my grandfather, and then the Stylecraft clipper, just all these different things, follicle, and now I got new products in the tattooing world coming out with so that's what it is. It was named after my great grandfather, who was a very honorable, hardworking freaking man. Literally cut hair until he died, bro.
oh
Like
wow,
Oh
literally.
man.
So I mean, and there was just nothing to remember him by, so I was honoring him with the name. Never did I think it would go this big, though, bro. I just thought I was putting it on the front of a barbershop.
it's not your plan, bro. It's
Yep.
God's plan.
Amen.
That's
Amen.
beautiful, man.
So
Hey
thank you
man,
for
we want
that,
to
bro.
thank you so much for sharing and even end it with some more powerful stuff, man. I'm just excited. We're excited to keep getting to know more about you, man. This was dope. And we appreciate your time, man. We know you're even on the later time zone, Dennis.
Yeah, it's like 11.
2 hours.
Yeah, man.
All
So
right.
like
You're
we
good.
always say, it's the most valuable asset, and you gave it to us. So we
Yeah.
appreciate it, man. And I just know you blessed a lot of people today by sharing, man. And we got your back, my dude. Much success to you. And
Thank you.
everybody, thank y'all for tuning in every Tuesday with us. Again, that is your most valuable asset, and you're giving it to us, and we're very grateful. Make sure to check us out every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For the Culture Barber podcast, we are out of here. T. Melly, let's do it.
I got you. Peace.
Hey, what's going on? It's me, Vincent Mario, Race Barbershop, you know it. For the Culture, United Barbers Club, Race Barbershop, we're going to break down some of the latest trends, new products, and the future of this industry. So be there or be square.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call to quit.